Bingo Blitz rules.
If your bingo has ads in it,
That's not a bingo.
if it doesn't have the coolest tournaments, mini games, and the most breathtaking design,
Nope, not a bingo.
if your bingo moment makes you feel so excited that you just want to burst in joy and scream out loud, bingo! Sorry, so you're playing...
Bingo Blitz? Now that's a bingo. Discover a world of excitement with Bingo Blitz, the #1 free bingo game. Download Bingo Blitz and play for free.
Now that's a bingo.
Being a marketer's no sweat. You just have to manage dozens of channels, launch hundreds of campaigns, score thousands of leads, and okay, fine, it's a lot of sweat. Unless you have HubSpot's AI-powered marketing tools to help you do all that and more. Get started at HubSpot.com/marketers.
With something like 5 million podcasts, finding a really good one can take a ton of time. So let me recommend one. It's called Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and in each episode, we discuss topics that can be really helpful, like how to read people better, the psychology of crowds, or fun things like the story of Legos, or why you probably wouldn't be here if it weren't for horses. Something You Should Know is the name of it, wherever you get your podcasts.
Episode of See You Next Tuesday.
Welcome. I feel like we're on NPR.
Now that's more. Welcome to another episode of See You Next Tuesday.
I'm your host. Blah, blah, blee, 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 blah.
Lakshmi Shang. Terry Gross.
Terry Crews. I was like, Terry Crews is an NPR? I would die to hear Terry Crews in that voice.
Well,
do you need that? Welcome back, everybody. This is the first episode that we are recording today on our many episodes.
Yeah, I'm sorry that we got started so late.
It's fine. So I was on time almost. Mm-hmm. So I have now. So I've had to a lot for morning traffic again. You know what I mean? So I'm learning the commute. I'm learning how long things take, and I moved, so I'm not farther from you. I'm but it's the way you get to places.
Right.
Do you have to be on this freeway? Do you have to be on this other freeway?
Yeah, and before you didn't get on a freeway.
No, but it's but so sometimes, most of the time, it's quicker. Sometimes it's not. So I've started to get into the habit of, attempted to get into the habit of leaving before my map says I should.
Yeah.
And I almost did that today. Actually, I did. So technically it was you're going to get here 6 minutes early. And I definitely arrived 20 minutes after I said I told you I was going to arrive.
Which was great.
Yeah, because somebody slept through their alarm.
I woke up and I told Alexa, stop. And then...
Stop, bitch.
I went back to sleep. And usually when I do that, I'm just lying down for 5 minutes. But I fully went back to sleep. And, I made a mistake. But I also did look at my phone. And I was like, oh, Megan usually lets me know when she's on her way. And you didn't. And you haven't answered any of my text messages since Saturday.
Well, I had a little bit of a hectic day yesterday. I forgot. I'm not sharing it on the podcast. Uh-huh. It's not hot gossip or...
No, it's just a mess.
Yeah, it's just...
But not your mess.
No.
But just close enough mess.
Yeah, and it's not tea messy. It's just ugh, this
personal
fucking
stuff
sucked.
That you don't want to.
Yeah, so that took up all of my yesterday. I was in cheering up mode. I was in sunshine, woo, life is great mode. So yeah, I haven't responded to anybody's text messages. So it's not. I'll look at them right now. Let's see what you said.
They're mostly TikToks, so.
Okay, so I can't watch them on air. Oh, yep, those are 2 TikToks there. Oh, you did. Wow, you sent me the photo of you with the teenage filter, and you do look just exactly like your nephew if you could not look more like him.
Yeah.
That's wild. I never looked like that filter.
No, first of all, I look like I'm 7. I do not look like a teenager.
No, you look like you could be recently potty trained.
Yes.
Yeah, I never looked like... let alone the nose job, but that's just not what my mouth ever looked like either. Mm-hmm. What do you mean that these children with these big, full, pouty, lip injected lips?
And I'm looking at other people do it. I'm yeah, it shaved off a couple years, but mine shaved off 20 years, 30 years, 30 years.
No, yeah, like no, you might be starting kindergarten, but you might still be in preschool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't stop staring at it. That's so fucking funny. Well, we had your birthday. Oh, did we tell people the update of what you were doing?
We didn't tell them what we were doing. We just said that we were no longer dodgeballing.
The dodge was no longer balling. We were no
Right.
longer dodging those balls.
I got a lot of messages from people talking about how upset they were that we weren't doing dodgeball, and then more people upset that I did not invite them to the tea party that we had.
We had a great crew.
We had a great crew. The place said that I could only invite 5 people. It was a small place, but they only had one person working. So like, I couldn't invite any more people.
It wasn't like renting a room at the Cheesecake Factory.
No. And so it was an intimate gathering of 5 of my closest friends.
I loved that I made the list.
Currently in LA. I mean,
no, I know. I almost didn't physically make it there.
Oh my gosh. First of all, Megan made me a delicious cake that I've almost finished eating the whole thing.
Good.
It's so moist and wet. And I'm sorry I didn't think of giving you like half of it.
No, when Moss was like, "Oh, do you have any?" I was like, "Oh, I should have asked
yes.
for a piece to bring so you could have tried it," and I forgot about it.
I forgot to, but I mean, take
Sure,
him.
I'll take him a piece.
Big thick piece because I've had enough.
It's fantastic. Gluten free, dairy free. I adapted it from my friend Mike. What's his blog? Mike Bakes NYC.
I think
it's
so.
His Instagram.
Because I remembered that you had got his cookbook before.
Yes.
Because I'm a chocolate fiend, and it's like an all chocolate cookbook.
Yeah,
right?
he's like a brownies one. He's got a couple different ones, but yeah, Mike. It's Mike Johnson from Mike Bakes NYC. I absolutely love him.
Yeah. So, of course, I couldn't actually see the book, but I figured he'd probably have a few recipes on the website. Mm-hmm. And so I looked on his website, and there was one, and I was like, ooh, this turtle one sounds delicious.
It was a little less turtly because I forgot the nuts.
Which was fine.
Because one of the guests ended up being, not recently allergic to nuts, but
she's always
been allergic to nuts. So I was like, oh, good thing we didn't put them on.
Sometimes she'll eat it and just pop a Benny.
I can't.
I know.
I used to be like that. Not
she'll
with nuts,
eat my German chocolate cake. Like she'll eat like I usually make one cake itself separate because some of the children and then they're allergic to nuts, so I'll make a separate one. But she's like, I just want some of the icing, and I was like, please don't.
No,
but
that's
she
so
will
scary.
do it and then take a Benadryl.
That's not good.
Nope. But she knows her body.
Listen to your body, people. And Benadryl also knows your body.
Yeah. And so, it started at 3:30. I think you might have got there around 4:30.
Without a doubt.
I guess we do have kind of a timestamp.
Oh my gosh. So here's the thing. I will say, like, it almost felt, it's still not as bad as like the worst time I was late, like the most chaotic time I was late. And I'm late like all the fucking time. Like, it's my least favorite trait about me. Like, some people are like, ADHD is my superpower. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, it's my goddamn kryptonite. Like, I'm a mess and a half, and I hate it about myself because the issue is that like I have time blindness. So I will like get ready ahead of time, and I'll like literally be sitting there. I'm like, okay, I have to leave in 20 minutes. I have to leave in 20 minutes. Like, okay. And then I will like, okay, I have to do this like one little thing I can do. Like, I've got the time to do it. It's simultaneously, I think I have no time to do anything. So I just like sit there, and then I'm like, oh, but this will only take a second. Does not only take a second. And then I will without a doubt miss at least 3 exits. And that was what happened. So I was running late because I lost my keys for 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. Then I found my keys, and I'm driving.
Where were they? In your purse?
They were like I think they might have been in the box that I used, because I think I used my keys to open the box that I put your gift in, and then I just left them inside of there. Thankfully, they did not get recycled. Okay. And so I finally found them, and I was like, Matt, help! And he was like, okay. So finally found those after like 20 minutes, and then I would text you, and I was like, I did the voice to text when I was in the car, and I was like, I'm already driving, but like I'm gonna be late. If you need to sit down without me, like don't worry, like I'll still come meet up for cake afterwards, whatever. And you're like, it's fine. Then I somehow missed an exit, but I didn't realize I missed a fucking exit because I was autopilot started driving here. And so I didn't think about...
So you're in the same direction.
Here's the thing. I have no sense of direction. I don't know where anything is. I go, what do you mean I just can't bop, 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 bop to the top? So I was like, oh shit. But it was just, I only missed the first exit. So it's not like I drove all the way to your place and was like, oh shit, I have to go this opposite direction. I literally missed the first exit, and I didn't realize I missed the first exit. And then I suddenly see that it's tacked on an extra 30 minutes. And I was like, oh fuck. Like, God damn it. And I was like, okay, giving you the update. Then I find a parking lot and I'm like, this doesn't seem like the right parking spot I'm supposed to go into from what the website says for the location. And it wasn't. And it was just like, one of those ones where it's giving very Hollywood, where it's like just a little man in a little box in the center. And I go, you're going to charge me $45. I'm not doing this. And so then I was like, where do I park? And you're like, okay, this one off of this street. And I was like, okay, cool. Oh, and I called Mott's and I was like, I want to cry. I'm so frustrated with myself. Like, I'm so stressed out. Like, I hate this. Like, I'm so annoyed. And the day before I had a meeting, and the stress of like that driving, I was late to that, and like because there was an accident, so I was on standstill traffic for the first like 2 miles. I spent half an hour on the first, maybe it wasn't even 2 miles, it was like a first mile and a half. It was like so fucking long. And so then I finally park and I was like, okay, amazing. I get the cake out. I've got my like cute little outfit on that I was like, I'm gonna wear pink because pink's her favorite color. I've got my cowboy boots, like, cute. I'm stomping around like. And it was so funny, like, when we left, like, the San Francisco teenager came out in me, like, when I was like, oh, I'm call Mott's because it's Hollywood Boulevard, it's dark.
Where did you park?
I parked in this garage that was technically off the same street that yours was, but I parked in the wrong structure. So, like, I couldn't validate it, but it was fine. But it was, like, a tall, structure. And so I had to, like, walk a little bit down Hollywood Boulevard, walk across the street a little bit more down, and then walk. And so I was like, I'll call Mott so I can be on the phone with him while I walk. And he didn't answer because he was at the driving range. And I was like, okay, whatever. And I just reverted back into like teenager San Francisco mode. And when I tell you, arms are crossed, face unfriendly as fuck, I am stomping. Everybody is getting out of my way. Like tourists, locals, the man dressed as Spider-Man, like everybody's like bitches on a mission. Like nobody looked twice at me. Like I get in the elevator and I like close the door on people who are trying to come in with me. And I was like, no, I'm good. And I'm just like up and I was like, okay, wow, I forgot about that bitch. Like that bitch lives inside me. Like that bitch is the bitch who used to go to hookah lounges underage. Like she knows how to stop through a city.
Were you there for the hookah conversation?
Yeah, that was the one that we started. It was problematic. And
oh yeah.
I mean, we weren't being we were talking about
I know what you were talking about.
The problematic things that young children did to get into hookah lounges, and the children being us. So I was late as hell because then so when I arrived there after I got in the parking structure, across the street, and I'm like, where the fuck is this goddamn place? Because there are some places in LA, like houses are kind of easier to find with street numbers, but to be fair, like a lot of places don't have the like street
address.
Yeah, the address isn't on them, even a lot of houses and stuff. And especially with businesses. And so this was like within something. And so I was like wandering around to like go up a flight of stairs, and I'm like, where the fuck is this? And I'm so fucking confused. I'm trying to find online. I find a young security guard and I go, I am so fucking lost. And I'm holding this cake and he goes, okay, let me see if I can help you. And I tell him where I'm going. He goes, I don't know if that's here. And I go, oh, no. And he goes, no, hopefully I'm wrong. I'm like, hopefully you are wrong. Yeah. And so he's like, okay, no, it is. Let's find it. And I was like, yeah, you have to come with me. Like, you can't just give me directions. You have to walk me there. Like, you're dropping me off at summer camp. And we finally found it. He initially was like, is it down there? I was like, that's a coffee bean. Like, that's not it. And then he finally walked me there and I was like, we did it. Woohoo! And he was probably like 19 years old, and I was just running the show. And then I finally arrived, and it was chaotic.
Well, I looked in. You sent me the thing about parking at 4:40, so you probably didn't get there to about 5.
No, yeah, like without a doubt, not until 5.
So, but you made it. We had some sandwiches.
Yep.
And some delights.
It was fantastic. I loved it. Great company. Mm-hmm. I loved everybody. Yeah. Good conversation. You like, I like the people that you like, you know?
Right.
So I'm confident in that.
Yeah.
Would you like to open your present?
I do. I'm very excited about it.
So don't read it because it says what it is. Because I didn't wrap it. Is that a needle?
No. But we can talk about a needle in a second.
Uh-oh. Why?
Well, let me open this
What kind of needle? Not a drug needle.
No.
No. I was like, what are we talking about?
That's just a bobby pin. Or not a bobby pin, but a hairpin.
That's the tiniest little. Is it duckbill, right? The flat ones. This is so cute and little.
You've never seen one?
No, I have the long ones. I want to get some of these ones because I can lift the roots of my hair.
And
Okay.
It appears to be a toaster.
You'll see. She's opening the box. I did not gift wrap it.
Because I'm anti-gift wrap.
If you listen
And
to our
she
other
knows.
show.
I have no patience.
That's okay. I have none either. I don't know how to be patient about anything. Except I know how to forget things, which is helpful in being patient.
Is that a wiener?
It's a hot dog toaster.
With the buns,
Yes.
too. I'm very excited about this.
The reviews, everybody is like, it is like gone are the days of subpar hot dogs.
Boiled.
Yeah.
This
It's
is
cute.
very exciting for me. Because if you don't know, I love a hot dog. And
Loves
also, I have been looking at someone found, like, they went to a thrift shop and posted on TikTok about this hot dog.
Zachariah?
The one that did the electrocuting one, where it like electrocuted the hot dogs. It's like a thing in the 70s where they used to like, it was a machine quite like this one, but they would like zap it. So it would be your hot dog machine at home and it would electrocute it. And then he found another one from the 80s that was doing practically the same thing. And I was like, everything about this makes me so excited. And I would love to have this thing. And this is the safer, newer version.
Is that him?
I don't know.
He's hilarious.
I don't think I ever saw the face of the person that was doing the zapping.
I just thought it was so perfect because we're big. We love a hot dog.
Yeah, we're Big Wiener. We're
Big-
part of it.
We're here to promote, and we're behind the rebranding of hot dogs as a wonderful lunch as well as a snack. Mm-hmm. Like, I just think we need to bring hot dogs back.
I agree wholeheartedly. Thank you.
You're
This
welcome.
is a great present. Very thoughtful.
It came to me like it was sitcom like how it came to me. Like I was brainstorming for I know isn't it? There's this little little basket that comes
thing
out
that you put the wieners in.
So like it came to me while I was like laying in bed because I was just brainstorming different things. I've got like a running list on like my phone of like things that I think people will like. And I forget what I was like looking at. Like maybe it was after you were talking about like your milk maker. I was like, yeah, I feel like something like she's in a food era, like something like this or whatever. And I was like, I wonder if they make ones for your home, because I knew they had like, so when I was looking, they also have the ones that are like essentially the warming display cases that they have
spin.
at 7-Eleven, and it's like carries like 36 dogs, and I was like, okay, that's excessive, but like I like the energy. And then I found this.
This is perfect. Thank you.
I'm so glad you like it.
Yeah, I do.
Isn't it cute?
It's very cute.
They don't have any in pink. I spent so long trying to find a cute little pink
That's
one.
good.
I know, I thought it was cute. There was, you should know, I did almost get you the, what's it called? What's the wiener brand?
Mobile?
No, what's the brand?
Oscar Mayer?
I almost got you the Oscar Mayer branded one, but I thought this one was more aesthetically pleasing, and your mom doesn't work there anymore, so I don't think you have brand
Still
loyalty.
get the options, the stock options though.
So nice.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good stock to have.
Good present. Thank you.
You're welcome. So technically, I guess this could be either this can be your birthday present and your Christmas present is on its way, or this can be your Christmas present and your birthday present is on its way.
Okay.
I don't know when
I've got
soon.
your thing in my cart that I know that I'm getting you. But we were talking about needles. Well, you had said, is that a needle? And I said, I'll tell you about needles. So I went to the spa on Friday. I didn't do anything but sit in the spa. And I got a massage and I got a facial. And
Did you get coochie steam?
Huh?
Did you get a
I
coochie
did.
steam?
I
Nice.
did. And before anybody comes at me, because some people feel like, V-steams. I'm not going for like, I don't think it's going to cure anything in my cat.
No.
I go because it feels good.
Pleasant. It's like, I'm sorry, like if I put my hair blow dryer on warm and I put it on my vagina, that's
yes, it's just warm.
It's warming you from the inside out.
And also like, they're like, you're not supposed to steam your vagina. You get in the shower.
Yeah.
You take a bath. Like, it's no different from that. And also, and then people are like, it makes your skin sensitive. Yeah, if you crank it up too high.
Yeah.
If you keep it at a low temperature, it's fine.
And you don't fill it with a bunch of like irritating fragrance and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got my V steamed and got a facial. And I usually get
I think I've actually done that too. I might have done it on Beauty Break, a V steam, as I think about it now. Maybe I didn't. I don't know.
If you I got a facial and I usually just get like a regular one. Just, put some stuff on here, wipe it off, massage my face.
Yeah, touch my face.
Yeah. But I was like, let me get an anti-aging one.
Bitch, did they give you Botox?
No, they didn't give me Botox.
Okay, we're talking about needles.
Yeah, okay. So she's doing all the I didn't know she was going to do the thing where you like stick your finger in the mouth.
I fucking love that
I
shit.
do too, but she was being very vigorous with it to the point where my face felt swollen afterwards.
You feel like you've gone on a roller coaster and you're like, I can't, or it's really cold and you can't stop smiling. Like you're like,
It was the can't stop smiling thing.
Yeah.
And she's like steamed my face. I've got my eyes closed. She's rubbing some stuff on there and I feel something. I was like, what the hell is that? Something that was electrocuting my face.
Microcurrent.
Yeah. And then I feel like these little pricks and like things falling out. And I'm like, and then like it kept going. It was like 20, 30. And I was like, what is that? And she's like, oh, it's just a little needle to get to like clear out your pores to get the whiteheads out.
Oh, they were to extract.
Yes. Ooh. And I saw that there was extractions, but I thought they were going to use a little loopy thing. She was using a needle. And as y'all know, I have a needle phobia. But I was like, if I don't see it coming, and I don't know till I've gotten used to it, I guess I'm okay.
Wow, leaps and bounds.
Right. It's like exposure therapy.
Yeah. It's exposure therapy with your eyes closed.
Yeah.
It's like having a dream about it.
Uh-huh.
Wow. And you lasted.
I lasted.
Your skin looks beautiful.
She did a great job. And I thought that like I just had like some discoloration from picking my skin as one does. No, it was just things embedded in my skin.
Oh, like
yeah, the whiteheads and blackheads, and she took them out, and now I'm like, guess I needed it.
Wow.
And I could hear them when they were like falling out. And the thing is, my skin is pretty good.
You've got fantastic skin.
And I have a good routine, but I guess sometimes you just need things extracted out.
Wow. Yeah. It's always better to have someone else do. As someone who's a skin picker, it's always much better to have someone else do extractions because they're objective about it. And so there's sometimes that like they can see, again, like they can see the ones that like, you're like, oh no, I thought this was just like a dark spot, but I'm going to focus on the thing that they're like, that is a dark spot, or like that's not coming out.
Yeah.
So like they're good at that part of it.
I had a pimple that was on my chin for the last 3 weeks. If you have the videos, if you look closely, it's been there. It's gone now. Like it is gone.
she just needled it off.
She squeezed the hell out of it. And I was like, I've been squeezing this thing and it has nothing has come out. And she did it. And I was like at the point where I was like, I'm tapping out. And she was like, no, it's almost out. And I was like, okay. And then
That's literally me and Mott's being like, I'm out. I'm like, it's fine. We're almost done.
Yeah. It's completely gone now. She was like, there's a few things that they'll come out in the next couple of days. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? She's like, there's pimples under your skin and in 2 days they'll be out. Sure enough, yesterday, like one popped up right here, one popped up on my nose, and like she was like, just like clean it like you will, it'll be gone. And I was like, and she was right.
Wow.
Right.
Look at her. She knew what was good for you. No, fucking professional.
Consummate professional.
Wow. And she's like, I'm not telling you about this needle.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's exciting though.
Yeah.
Your skin looks great.
Thank you.
And look at you. Mild exposure therapy. Leaps and bounds. Leaps and bounds. Yeah. I have to say, I mean, I am fully vaccinated. I love vaccines. I'll get Botox any day before I get another Gardasil shot. Like, Gardasil is far more important than Botox, but there is something a little bit different with the feelings of needles in different ways.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
And so I think that, like, but I will say that, like, having gotten like Botox in my jaw and my head for so long has made me way less nervous to get, like getting my blood drawn or vaccines and stuff. So, like, I think this will help. I don't think it's a totally separate thing. I think it's, you know, baby steps.
Yeah. Yeah. I was really proud of myself.
I'm really proud of you too.
Yeah.
I like can't imagine your face when she was like, "Oh, it's just a little needle." You're like, and then it's like the internal
but the
dialogue
thing is, she
of
was
going,
still like getting it in,
that's what I mean.
so I couldn't even like move because she was like, "Stay still."
Well, you don't want to alarm her because you are afraid of needles,
Yes.
and then it's just like, okay,
I have to
been
write it.
fine.
Yeah, and it's been fine. I was just like, it stings a little bit, but it wasn't because she was just in my pore, so it wasn't even bleeding or anything.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So, yeah, but I did think when I stood up, I was like, oh, it's gonna look like one of those vampire things.
One of those vampire facials.
Yeah, and he was like, no, it was like my skin was just smooth, and I was like, whoa, you did a fantastic job.
That's amazing. I'm happy for you. That makes me want a facial. I love the massaging of my face.
Yeah, me too.
Massaging my temples, massaging between my eyes. I also definitely need Botox again because the constant headaches are coming back, and then they creep into migraine territory as soon as it starts raining or I'm tired or anything like that. And we are about to get some really horrific fucking weather. Did you know this?
When I checked the weather earlier in the week, like last Monday, it said that it was going to rain on Saturday, and I was like, oh fuck, I'm going to have to cancel, but then it didn't rain.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, we've got a low. Oh, actually, well, your low's a little less low than mine because of where our homes are located. But by me, our low is 37.
On what day?
Thursday and Friday. And then it's supposed to rain Thursday, Friday, Saturday, everywhere.
Well, there it is.
Whoop, there it is. But we had a beautiful 70s day. And it reminded me, like, I feel like since buying a house, I've had my new renaissance of like, I love LA. This is why I live here. Like, this is Hollywood. That's like Monta's like favorite thing to say to like his work buddy, where he goes, another day in Hollywood, and he's fucking stop. And Monta's like, no, you get so mad, it's funny. But like this, it was like 70s. It was like gorgeous and sunny and beautiful. And I met almost all of my neighbors yesterday.
Oh, look at you.
Me, someone who Mats has known all of them. Mats literally like came home. I think I told this on the podcast, but like he came home one night and I was like, where are you? And like, it was like 30 minutes. And I was like, did you get kidnapped? Did you die? And it was like, oh no, the neighbors were like, come look at what we've done. And like, he's like going through a tour of like one of our neighbors' houses. But so we're the third most recent people on our block. The people across from us moved in like right around Christmas, because they got their Christmas decorations up immediately. And then there's another house down the street.
You're telling me to move
That was what I was telling you to move into. And then down like a little bit farther down, another people just moved in. So they didn't even get to be the new kids on the block for that long. But I met them. They're great. They're so fun. They have the most beautiful, adorable dog who like just sees you and is like, oh, and just like runs over and is just like, rub my belly. Gorgeous. Like I think maybe it's like a spaniel, but like I don't know if it's a King Charles spaniel, but it's like a little bit bigger. Beautiful dog, gorgeous, so fucking cute. And then I met another one of the neighbors who is like the first one Mott's ever met. And take in mind, we moved in almost a year ago. And I was like, oh, hi, I'm Megan. And he was like, oh, it's so good to finally meet you. I was like, yeah, did you think I like wasn't real? Like, I was curious if people just thought I didn't exist. And I was like, I'm just like an inside person. Like, I just, I don't go outside as much, like mostly on the weekends and stuff. But I'm like, now they'll gossip. They'll tell the other neighbors that I do in fact exist.
Right.
So it was nice. Everybody was
she
like,
exists and she's hot.
I was like, fuck, I wish I looked like it looked cute, but I was like, I wish I looked like a little hotter so they could be like, damn. But I mean, I had to put on real clothes because I had to run out of the house incredibly fast for what we had to do that day. And so I was like still wearing that, but they were like very cool and very nice. And I don't know, I like them. And I was like, but we're still the youngest people on the street. It's like we see all of this stuff. Like they literally like ripped out their like gate and like handrail in the span of like a couple hours. Like they were doing it when we walked out and we talked for a bit. And then when we went inside and we came back out later, it was like done. And I was like, oh my God, like they're inspiring me. And I was like, there's no way that that's her first house. And Moms goes, no, I'm telling myself that like we're the only first time homeowners here and we're the youngest. And like, that's why that's why this is taking us a little bit longer. Mm-hmm. And we're literally like kids asking, we're like, so like, what are you doing? Like, okay, so like, how do you do that? Like, it's hard.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm glad we get to do it, but it's to watch these women do this. I'm like, you are fucking impressive. They've got their shit together. So,
all right. Well, here's the end to another Out of Touch episode.
How are we out of touch? Because we talk about traffic?
We talked about traffic. We talked about Hollyweird. We talked about tea parties. We talked about hot dog warmers.
I'm telling you right now, a hot dog warmer is not out. It's a hot dog toaster. And it's not out of touch, anybody. Google it. It could be yours.
Well, the fact that you corrected me from warmer to toaster just shows how bougie it is.
A warmer? What do
we
you?
talked
That's
about
a fucking hot
LA
break.
weather, just out of touch.
We're incredibly out of touch. And check back in next week for more out of touch ramblings where we talk about
why next week when they can just listen later in the week, since we have
as the Hollywood elite.
Yeah.
We're here to be out of touch for you 4 days a week because like the Hollywood elite, we're not working 5 days a week.
Even though Wednesdays are my busiest days.
Yeah, Wednesdays are a hard day.
I have class that day and then podcast in the morning. 3.
And Wednesdays were I still have this thing in my head.
And have to edit review the episodes that go up on Thursdays.
Did you have an early day? Any of your like in school ever? Like a day the school ended early?
No. We've talked about this. I was gonna say
before. Wednesday was ours. So like even as an adult, I'm like, that shouldn't be allowed. Wednesdays are early days. So it's like, no, Megan, that was literally your school district.
Yeah. That was your school district. I had never heard of it until you told me. And then I found out that this year they started doing it in the school district I graduated high school from. That my
the kids
nieces and nephews.
The kids fucking need it. Like you're supposed to get through a whole goddamn fucking give them a little something in the middle of the week.
All right. Well, we'll see you next Tuesday.
Okay, goodbye.
What's up, everyone? It's Noah Daniels.
Hey, y'all. I'm JJ.
Hey, guys, it's Kat.
And we're your hosts of the Real Hauntings podcast, where we bring on guests who share their first-hand encounter ghost stories and supernatural experiences. Now on to the trailer.
I've been warned to not tell this story, but I think because of the way it ends, it's okay to tell this story, because some people say that with certain entities, to like speak of them or talk about them or in any way like portray them as powerful will attract them to other people. The creepiest thing about it to me is a lot of times it would wait for me to notice it. Like it would just lay its arm out like this, and then I'd be like, where is it? Where is it? And then I'd see it, and then it would just slither back.
For more information on the Real Hauntings, Real Ghost Stories podcast, make sure you check out real.fm to learn more about our podcast and many other amazing podcasts.
Contained herein are the heresies of Radolf Buntwine, erstwhile monk turned traveling medical investigator. Join me as I study the secrets of the divine plagues and uncover the blasphemous truth that ours is not a loving God, and we are not its favored children. The heresies of Radolf Buntwine, wherever podcasts are available.
Hey, are you ready for some real talk and some fantastic laughs? Join me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa DeWantz, for Don't Blame Me, But Am I Wrong?
We're serving up 4 hilarious shows every week designed to entertain and engage and, possibly enrage you.
And Don't Blame Me, we dive deep into listeners' questions, offering advice that's funny, relatable, and real.
Whether you're dealing with relationship drama or you just need a friend's perspective, we've got you.
Then switch gears with But Am I Wrong, which is for listeners who didn't take our advice and want to know if they are the villains in the situation.
Plus, we share our hot takes on current events and present situations that we might even be wrong in our lives. Spoiler alert, we are actually quite literally never wrong.
But wait, there's more. Check out out See You Next Tuesday, where we reveal the juicy results from our listener polls from But Am I Wrong?
And don't miss Fisting Friday, where we catch up, chat about pop culture, TV, and movies. It's the perfect way to kick off your weekend.
So if you're looking for a podcast that feels like a chat with your besties, listen to Don't Blame Me, But Am I Wrong on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday.